Hi, this is Mama Kay. I came out here with the notion to walk the dogs and found, of course, the stray cats again have gotten on my porch and gotten into a trash bag that I left. That's my fault though. I shouldn't have left the trash not in a trash can. Cats only do what they know to do when they're trying to, save their lives. And I got to thinking all this time about the wall and stuff. Yes, trigger warning. If you hate politics, turn it off now. First, a piece of ice. So, and a sip of Coke. You may say, Mama Kay, how'd you get so big? I have an addiction. I drink tea, Coke, anything but water all day long. I don't have an overeating problem. I have an overdrinking problem. Anyways, so I was thinking about how everybody's like, build the wall, build the damn wall. And I'm just like, I'm a libertarian. I'm sure I've said it before. If not, surprise. I'm a libertarian. I believe in live and let people be. I believe in freedom. I don't believe in taking away freedom, telling people how to live. I believe in the common courtesy of common sense and positivity and negativity, that spectrum, not necessarily morals. Because again, not everybody believes in morals. I always try to say that. I'm a religious person, but I'm not irrational. And I do understand not everybody believes in morals. So, you just got to say positivity versus negativity. Because we understand that positive things and negative things have different outcomes, generally in the same way. Just without a backbone of the Bible or God present. So anyway, what I hear a lot is people say, well, you just leave your doors and windows open and you just see what happens. And first off, the United States is public property, okay? First of all. My house is private property. So, of course, private property where the public cannot come, they can't visit, they can't just swing by and be like, hey, you got any Cokes for sale? Or, hey, you got any beverages? Like, they can't just do that. This is private property. This is personal property. Of course I've got a fence because it's personal property. It is not for the public to come. Now, the United States and government-owned things, we all pay them so that we can all go visit everything, okay? And we also allow foreigners to visit. That is why we don't try to gate things that are publicly owned, because it's owned by the public. It means all of us get to share it, no matter who you are, whether you're from the UK, whether you're from South America, whether you're from Mexico. It's public property for people to visit. That is why I don't believe in putting a fence on public property. That says you don't want people to visit. That says you're not hospitable. Now, personal property, sure, put a fence. But I'm going to tell you one thing. Even on personal property, fences only work with law-abiding mammals, citizens, and things. Meaning, my fence will keep my obedient dogs in, but it will not keep out possums, squirrels, raccoons, neighbors' shitty children that want to come get toys out of my yard because they feel like, fuck that gate. They just come in anyway. It doesn't keep out the people you would want to keep away. It only keeps in the people that follow the law. So in theory, you can build this wall all you want. But there are things called airplanes. There are things called holes and tunnels. There are things called ladders. There are things called ropes. People climb freaking mountains. You think they can't climb a wall? When there is a will, there is a way. So what you're doing is you're trying to make a point, and you're trying to be an ass. You just want to try to prove a point. You want to build a wall. It's going to have false hope that you're creating to everyone. And people are still going to come through, because it's like gun laws as well. Laws in general. Well, first of all, let's take what a law is. A law is any sentence, any rule that you have created and you have complained about enough. It doesn't mean it's moral. It doesn't mean it's right or wrong. It is literally anything at any given time that you have complained about enough. You've written it on paper, you have sent it in, and enough people have agreed with you and said, yeah, I find that pretty damn irritating. Let's make this a rule. That becomes a law. Anything can become a law at any given time. But the problem is no one ever undoes laws. We only want more and more, and guess what? There's no freedom left. So y'all keep giving freedom to the government, and it's just plain old dumb, and I don't get it. But anyway, so laws, the only people who follow them are law-abiding citizens. You know who doesn't follow them? Not necessarily bad people, not necessarily crooked people, but who doesn't follow laws is people who don't care about laws. Now, I'm kind of on the gate. I'm kind of one of those that I understand. I'm not stupid. I've always been this way as a child, and I never knew the name for it, and it was called, libertarian, but I did not know what I was. For the longest time, I didn't vote because I did not understand titles, and I just went with whatever my parents was at the time, That's what you do as a kid. You just look up to them and you think that that's right. And, but I always was one to make decisions for myself. My parents called it stubbornness. They called it oppositional defiance syndrome. And I call it independent, because as a child, I understood that if you gave me options, I would weigh my, options. And I would look at other people and how they act, and I would make my decisions off of what other people do. That's called common sense. So it's not laws that keep people out of my yard. It's common sense. It is not laws that keep people from shooting other people. It's common sense of cause and effect. Like, same with gun laws. It's not the laws, stricter laws, that's helping to make people safe. It's teaching common sense. You teach people that if you shoot someone, you're probably going to jail. It don't matter your reason for shooting them. Unless it was in self-defense and they were coming after you, you're going to jail. It's just common sense. Because we can't just sit there and go, yeah, it's okay to kill people. That's just common sense. It's not okay. That's a negative thing. It's negative to kill people, because if we just keep on killing people for the fun of it, eventually we're just going to die out. I mean, lots of people will start dropping like flies. That's just, again, common sense. But it's not laws that keep people from killing people. That's a negative thing to do. We've seen over time how that affects people. We see how it hurts people. So the rest of us who have a heart don't want to cause that kind of pain to people. So even though we may lose our temper time to time, we don't just go around killing everyone that pisses us off, because we know in the end it's not worth the heartache and the pain. It's not worth the drama that follows. It's just common sense. Same with law. The wall law. Like, you want to build this wall. You think building a wall is going to keep people out. It's not the wall that's going to keep them out. It's either them not wanting to come over here or them wanting to come over here. Again, like these stray cats over here. I wish to hell they would leave, but they're not. They've been abandoned by somebody. I want them out of my yard, but they keep hopping this damn fence. This fence is 10 times taller than these cats. They can jump pretty damn high. They can climb. God gave them feet and paws that they can climb. So if they can't walk over it, they can't walk around it, they can't open the gate, they can climb. The fence didn't stop them. Why are they climbing my fence? Well, they're trying to get in trash and find anything edible because they want to save their life and they would like to live a better life. And that's kind of how people are in other countries. When they come, they want a better life. They want better, better options. So people are like, well, they're taking all the benefits, they're illegal. Well, first of all, the problem, okay, so you're saying that you don't like them taking benefits. Well, first of all, those benefits come from everybody's money. Some of us don't mind actually helping people who actually need the food. And then some people are like, well, they don't have to pay taxes. Well, of course they're not paying taxes. And they shouldn't. I'm kind of happy for them. If I was brave enough, I'd go, give me a fake social security number. I ain't that brave because I ain't got bail money because my butt would get caught. I know what I'm capable of. And I know that I'm the type that gets caught always. So I just don't commit crimes. Not like that. You don't commit any crime that you can't afford bail money to bail yourself out. So, anyway. Taxation is theft. It's a real thing. Taxation is theft because it's forced. It would be different if we could have a pool of money that we choose where our money goes. Whether you take taxes all the way, period, and just let us voluntarily give, or if you at least give us another option of, we will take taxes from you and it will be this amount, but where would you like it to go? And then give us options like, do I want it to go to healthcare? Do I want it to go to foreign whatever? Do I want it to go towards the war? Do I want it to go towards animals? Whatever. At least give us an option. And you'd be surprised. You'd get more funds if people were willing to give it to you because they had a choice of where the money went. Anyway, the issue isn't the people becoming over here illegal. It's the issue that people are having is they're using up all our funds and they don't have to pay taxes. Well, the thing is, a wall doesn't stop that. People will still get here. It's the government that keeps giving out money. It's the government who, they're checking these driver's license, and the people that are, illegal still can get these benefits. So if the wall doesn't stop them, where's the next step that stops them? I mean, it's not foolproof. What needs to happen is they need to quit giving out benefits, period. Benefits create too many lazy people. They need to physically meet these people and let us determine who we want to help if they're disabled. Just because you lost a job doesn't mean you need benefits. There needs to be a whole nother category where if you lost your job and you're wanting benefits, well, then there'll be a group of people like me and some others who will voluntarily give because we understand we've been down before and we don't mind helping no matter who it is, whether they're illegal or legal, or whether they're residential citizen or if they're foreign. Some of us will still give because we're just kind people who've been there before and we understand what happens. So the issue is the government gives out too many benefits, and they need to end that, period. They need to quit making it easy for lazy people to survive because people just keep having kids. They get more benefits the more kids they have. They get better insurance because more kids they have. They get Medicare, Medicaid, whatever you want. There are all kinds of benefits, and a lot of it has to do with how the government's run, and the government needs to just redo itself because, first of all, the government is not a moral entity. It wasn't meant to be moral to look over and make sure that you're following moral code. It was just kind of meant to keep like a common peace between people, but they quit doing that a long time ago. Now It's basically who has the most money, who complains enough, and can you fund this complaint enough to where we will make you a law. That's what they now feed off of. They're all about money. They do not care about your home. They don't care about your situation. They care about if you follow their guidelines that they've made up. And if you do follow their guidelines, what do you got? What are we interested in? What can you do for me? That's what they care about. So the government just needs to rehaul itself, period. And they need to get rid of all these funds. They need to get rid of all this free food and leave that up to the communities. That's how it should be. It should be up to the community to fund who we want to fund. We would have more money to give if we did such of a thing. Again, laws is not what keeps the criminals or the non-law compliant people from coming. It's common sense. They need to start teaching common sense. Anyway, that's enough. I'll make another video later. I got another thing to talk to y'all about, but that's it for now.